So I'm going to be asking who's winning the console war so far after seeing all the E3 conferences. I was quite amazed at how many games we saw. I'm really happy. I'm really stoked. As you can see, I've been quite excited throughout the whole of E3. A lot of amazing games have been announced. I'm going to go through every Wii U, Nintendo, blah blah blah, Microsoft, and give them a grade and talk about it for a bit. The first one we're going to do is Wii U, which in my opinion come last. Didn't we have a conference? It had this weird little direct thing where it live streamed. And even the live stream didn't actually work for some time. It sort of froze on a lot of people in North America and in Europe. It was in Japan apparently, I think, and it wasn't very good. It was like disconnected at some points, and yeah. But for me, they actually showed quite a few good games. I'm not a massive Nintendo fanboy. I play the odd Nintendo game. I like Pokemon. I like Mario Karts and stuff like that. But I'm not like, oh my god, I need a Wii U. I don't even have a Wii U yet, so. But I was slightly tempted throughout this conference, throughout this live stream, to actually go out and actually pick up a Wii U. But then I thought the price is too high. In the UK, for example, I'm going to compare the UK prices. The UK price is $270 for a Wii U, and it's $350 for a PS4. So that's quite a big difference, in my opinion. It's a for me, the PS4 is an easy buy, where the Wii U is like, why do I need this? There's no third party support for this console at all. That's what I was hoping from this live stream, to sort of see a bit of confirmation from some publishers and developers that the Wii U is going to have some sort of potential. EA has pretty much pulled out completely. Ubisoft are there a bit. They've got Assassin's Creed. I think they're doing Watch Dogs on there as well, and it's just a little bit confusing about what's happening. We saw Batman as well, which is it's just not much games come to the system. It's basically just, if you want to play Nintendo games, buy the Wii U. That's it. It's unfortunate. I think they need to wait for the next console. I think this is not a good enough console. I think the screen is pointless. And again, I liked a few of the games. Mario Kart was really, really good. That looks amazing. Again, it coming out in 2014. That should have come out before Christmas and just like wowed us. And it just shows us the amount of potential that console has to sold millions of units and stuff, and sold loads of units of games. And I think that would have been really, really good game to come out before Christmas. But that's not happening. It's coming out next year in spring, whenever that is, which probably means July or something. Pokemon's coming out this month as well. Not this month, this year, sorry. In September, I think. And that's going to be good for the 3DS. So we had Super Mario Brothers. That looked really, really nice. Some new characters. They looked like quite a few similar characters as well. But we had Mega Man in the game now, which is a great addition to that game. I used to play this game a lot, but I've sort of gone away from it a bit since the Wii came out. I used to play on the GameCube and stuff like that. So it's definitely a good game I'm looking forward to, and perhaps I'll try out later in the year. I think it comes out next year, actually. They said 2014, whenever that is. That could be the end of the year. It could be December 31st in 2014, which sucks. The other game they spoke about was Super Mario 3D World. That was okay. I mean, I was hoping for a Galaxy game, to be honest. I was really hoping to be wowed by the 3D gloriness and the graphic potential of the Wii U, but it just didn't. It's like a 2D, 3D platformer thing, which is not really made me that excited. I know it's got Mario in the title. I've seen Mario games before. Okay, yeah, we'll move on. Just like, I can't really say much about that. It's just, it looks okay, it looks fun. I'll probably end up buying it and stuff, but just I wasn't that impressed by it. So I'll give that conference, I know I've missed out a few things, but I'll give that conference a C+, C-. It's not very high at all. I enjoyed parts of it. I was actually quite impressed with most of the stuff, but it just wasn't enough of it. No third-party support, no price drop, and the console was just overpriced still, so whatever. So the next one we go on to is Xbox. Xbox being criticised a lot for their trade-ins, the way they're doing the old online DRM stuff, and yeah. So Sony came out and said, we're not doing that, and the price is a lot higher. It's $100 more, the Xbox One, and you have to have always online. Yeah, I mean, that's a big issue for a lot of people, and I'm just going purely on the conference and the games and stuff in this video, but generally that's going to mark it down a little bit, I think, just because there's so much bad press about this console at the moment. It's struggling, and I think Microsoft's sort of got the tail in between its leg. It's a little bit lost in its way. It needs to sort of perhaps come out and sort of clear the air why they've done this and why have they done it. I don't get it. It needs to sort of say, like, we're going to do online games for cheaper. You can buy online games like through like say like a sort of Steam service for the Xbox. Make games cheaper, have sales, just make it a little bit more appealing. Not just say we can't trade in our old games. It's just stupid. If I buy a CD game, I want to be able to resell it and then buy new games. So that's just a simple fact. Especially like the younger audience as well, who go out and buy one game a year. We want to trade that game in and get another one. It's just how it works. It's a simple fact of life. And the game console is a lot of money. It's $500, and it's just very, very pricey. That's a big like, half a grand. It's a lot of money. It's a crazy amount of money, but I guess they're just trying to sell it as the ultimate box, which I mean I think the PS4 is a little bit more powerful. If I'm actually honest, it's not as good. So one thing I did like about the conference, they were very much about the games. It was one game, next game, next game, next game. And it was just like full on like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Lots of games. I think people were like really, really happy after the conference. I think when Sony finished, I think people went back to that conference and almost like downgraded it a bit. So it's just how it goes. I mean, stuff like they're changing the Microsoft points to normal money is good. I don't like how Microsoft are completely ignoring indie now. They're not even like picking up the phone. They can't even get developer kits anymore. It's very, very odd. It's very odd indeed. Because we have the AAA games, the Titanfalls and stuff and the Halo 5s. But we need something else between that, like for some arcade and other stuff that we can play, like during those big massive like cycles of releases. Because all those big games come out in the autumn and winter, and we don't have anything to play. I love playing indie games like State of Decay and just sort of. I know State of Decay was slightly different, but you get the point. It's smaller games that you can play on the side and have a lot of fun with. It's a lot different experience. Visually, it can be a lot more appealing sometimes, and the game design can be a little bit more experimental, and you can potentially find a really good developer and actually turn it into a bigger one eventually. Who knows? It's a very singly minded Microsoft saying we want to do AAA games, we want Halo 5, please leave us alone, indie games, go away, which is a very stupid way of going about it. I think the message from Xbox is that it's just a dramatic change for people buying games now. It's like you can't resell your games, you can't sell them on eBay, you can't rent them. I think people are still a little bit confused, like, what's the benefits of me getting this console? I don't understand why I'd make the effort to go and spend $500 if I can't even sell my games. It's just... We could discuss this for ages, but anyway, let's move on to the games. Titanfall was amazing. Apparently they paid EA 40 to 50 million pounds just to get this as an exclusive for their console. Obviously it's coming to PC as well, but it's not coming to PS4 or PS3. It's coming to Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC. The gameplay looked amazing. I was quite impressed by it. And the way that the guys sort of moved around, the mechs were amazing, the Titans. When he almost died, he sort of flinged out and he sort of shoot the guys while they're in the air. There's just so many cool things about that game. I thought it was just awesome. The graphics look visually amazing. It's only like 60 frames a second. A cracking looking game. I was really, really impressed by that game. Another game that not many people talk about, Dead Rising 3, was super duper impressive. It's an exclusive and it's coming to launch as well. So a launch title for Xbox One, along with Forza, FIFA, Watch Dogs, Battlefield 4, and some other games. So Madden and all that stuff. So I was very, very impressed by that. Dead Rising, so many zombies like just crawling around absolutely everywhere. I couldn't count how many was actually on there. It took a little bit of like a serious tone to the game compared to the last ones, but I was just quite impressed by it. I mean, it looks visually amazing. It's still like that jokey side where you could like customize weapons. Apparently, it's a little bit more jokey than they sort of put across. You can use the smart glass as well, which the smart glass is something I want to talk about perhaps later on, but it could have potential. I mean, using my iPhone or my iPad to sort of interact with the game could be quite cool, but we'll see how that comes across. So, yes, so that was a really good game. Capcom done a really good job. I don't know why it's an exclusive, to be honest. I'm guessing Microsoft sort of paid some money to get that as an exclusive, I guess. So we've got Rise as another exclusive for the Xbox One, which actually looks really, really cool. I'm not really sure about the button smashing, the sort of weird, I don't know what you call it now. My brain's gone frizzy, but generally you press the buttons and it sort of comes up on the screen. And I don't know, it's just... apparently that's not how it comes across in the actual game. It's more of like a counter-attack thing. So you can attack like normal, like press like square or whatever you want to press, X, circle. just to smack them down. Why? Just to smack them down, and then you can counter using the on-screen sort of things that sort of indicate what button to press to sort of counter, or sort of indicate how to move on almost. So it's a bit weird, but the gameplay looks really, really nice. I'm a big fan of that sort of era, the sort of Roman sort of stuff. It's really, really cool, and I'm really looking forward to seeing some more. I'd love to see some more gameplay on that game, but what I saw looked really, really nice. We saw a quick little glimpse of Metal Gear 5. That is on both consoles, so I won't talk about it too much, but it looks absolutely stunning. One game I do want to talk about is Sunset Overdrive by Insomniac. I'm really confused when I saw that. I was like, why have you done this? Why have you betrayed the beloved Sony and like gone on to that console? It seems a bit odd. I don't know why they did it too much, but again, it's probably to do with money, and EA is now with Insomniac, so money sort of trading hands or something. It seems like the EA have sort of sided with the Xbox One. I'm guessing it's to do with Dosh and a bit of money, because I'm seeing a lot of money transferring between these two, and I think that's probably what it is. So I think they got like exclusive early content for Battlefield 4 and just stuff like that. So got exclusive stuff for FIFA as well. So a lot of stuff going on for that console and EA. Another game that we saw quickly was Witcher 3, which looks absolutely stunning again. That's going on both consoles and the PC. Battlefield 4, which I briefly mentioned, it looks amazing. 64 players on both consoles. It's coming out the same day as well, just got slightly earlier DFC content. Halo 5, or just Halo, whatever you want to call it, looks really nice. Obviously, it's just a CGI trailer though, and it sort of teased us a bit. That'll be coming out in 2014, so I look forward to that next year. And yeah, I was quite impressed by the whole conference altogether. So many games. I'm sure I've missed something. With that Spark game, which looked like Little Big Planet, and it's just an overly really good conference. Lots of games. Got all the facts. Got the money down as well, which is a little bit overpriced in my opinion now compared to the PS4. But overall, give the conference probably a strong A-, B+, I reckon. Overall, just because I think it didn't really clear up what happens with trade-ins and stuff, and I think they sort of missed out bits of that. But the conference had loads of games in, and I was really, really impressed by how they put it across. Loads of exclusives, loads of awesome games coming for the Xbox One, and they said it's out releasing in November, so I'm guessing it'll be released around when Call of Duty Ghosts comes out, so coming out day and date, or with Battlefield 4 maybe, something along those lines. But it will launch with all the games which come from last gen, and they're going to obviously launch them up as well. So you've got Rise, Forza, I'm sure I'm going to miss something out, but Watch Dogs, Battlefield 4, all coming on launch day. It should be awesome. And now we come to the PS4 with Sony, and I thought the conference was really, really good, a really, really solid conference overall. I think the policies won the conference overall for them, and I think just the fact that you can do trade-ins now, you can sell your games, you don't need the internet to go on to your actual console. So it's like DRM-free, which I think is absolutely stunning, and I think the price is massive for them, $100 less than the Xbox, and it's just that $100 is a lot for a child like trying to save up for like Christmas, or a family for Christmas or something. $100 is a lot of money. So you can put those towards another controller, another game. It's a massive, massive deal. And the only bad thing really, you have to pay for online now, which is a little bit of a negative, but not too much of a negative. But really completely ignore that. Kingdom Hearts 3 was sort of announced. That is not an exclusive for the PS4 console, despite what it looks like. So yeah, sorry about that. Final Fantasy 15 is not an exclusive either. That's coming for the Xbox One and PS4. So yeah, that's a little bit... It looked during the conference like that was a massive exclusive from Square Enix, but it wasn't, unfortunately, which is not great. But there we go. What can you do? So we come to the exclusives. It was like really Killzone was the biggest one, with Infamous as well. We had like another little game as well, which is like a CG cyberpunk game. I won't talk about that too much because it didn't really show us too much information on the game. It's just like a cyberpunk RPG thingy-majig. Anyway, ignore that. So they did announce the fact that the console will be launching this year, sometime before the holiday, so probably in November or end of November, perhaps early December, around that sort of time. Hopefully it'll be worldwide. The console's region free as well, so you can buy the Xbox from America if you wish, which is probably what I'd do because it's cheaper. Apparently it's like £100 less if you buy it from America, so yeah, I might do that. Yeah, so Infamous is the biggest game for Infamous and Killzone. Killzone's a launch title, so I'm definitely going to probably pick that up on launch day. Obviously Watch Dogs and stuff will be out as well. Watch Dogs Battlefield and FIFA and all that sort of stuff, and Call of Duty. So the console did look really nice. It had like some weird like angle shape to it, but it does look very similar to the Xbox One, but just like it's being sort of smacked back a little bit. But it does, in my opinion, it does look a little bit better visually, which is really, really nice. So what I'm going to talk about a bit is the policies. The policies are obviously the main part of the conference. They didn't really announce like a Naughty Dog title or anything like that. They spoke about some PS3 stuff, Beyond Two Souls, obviously The Last of Us, which is out this week, and that game's amazing. Just to let you know, I'll definitely doing some coverage on that later in the week. And it's just, the console, they just sort of, there wasn't really much exclusive there. There's like exclusive Batman costumes, exclusive early beta for Elder Scrolls Online, which is a little bit of a small deal. I don't really understand the point in that, but whatever. At least it is coming to the consoles, Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Elder Scrolls Online. Obviously Batman Origins, like I said, has those official costumes. And apparently Destiny will have some sort of exclusive content or something along those lines that they can use. It's a little bit, they didn't even make it clear what the exclusive stuff was, but we will hear about some stuff from Bungie very, very soon about that. Just to clear up the policies as well, the policy the publishers and developers can change, so they can actually add the DRM on, but the first party games will not have any trading DRM or anything like that on, but publishers can add it on afterwards if they want. So if they want to add on DRM to their games, like the next Call of Duty, they can add on DRM or block trade-ins on those completely if they want. So it's up to the publishers and developers. It wasn't really made clear during the conference, but that is the case, unfortunately. But overall, they did show quite a few impressive games. Killzone, the launch title, looked amazing. Infamous looks really, really good. And there's a few other titles that are looking pretty good, but I want to see a few more exclusives. There wasn't many, like, there's some signs of really good games, but I just want to see a few more stuff like Titanfall in there or something. Obviously, Titanfall's exclusive to the Xbox One. It felt like there's just something missing, maybe a little something that just could add a few more exclusives for launch and stuff like that. But I'm really looking forward to the console. Great price, great policies. I'll give this conference an A, a very good solid A. Not an A plus, an A. So just to make sure you guys know. But overall, I'm really looking forward to getting the Xbox and the PS4 in my hands. Both had amazing conferences. I just slightly edged the PS4 just in front, just because of the policies really, and the fact that it's a lot cheaper, which is amazing. So I can't wait to pick it up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your opinions in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the